Good Saturday evening. It's a bit dark out there and I'm running a bit late in doing this, but here we are. I'm just going to go to the story. So this week for 2 days I travelled to Hampshire on the southeast coast of England from here in Hertfordshire, and I was going to the Krishnamurti Centre in a place called Bramdean. I did write a story just before I went about Krishnamurti, which will give you a bit about who Krishnamurti was. So this one's entitled Experience in Silence at the Krishnamurti Centre. And it goes as follows. I knew I wouldn't know the full effects of spending 2 days at the Krishnamurti Centre until I left. It is true, since the first COVID lockdown in March 2020, I'm content to stay at home and local. At the centre, although 70 odd miles away from home, I was content also to stay local. I wasn't here for walking, I was here to give time to the writings of Krishnamurti. As I left the quiet Hampshire rural roads, I knew the quietness I experienced at the centre on hearing the roar of traffic on the M3 and the M25. Could I hold my poise as I took my place in traffic queues, making a 90-minute trip the same again? What do I see? Whatever I see, it is the emotions that feel. I saw that it would take me a time to get home, and that my inner state is more powerful than the outer. I would be in the moment, and for as long as I was, whatever in front of me would be too. As I put my key in the door, I knew that I was not alone. This was at home. An unexpected visitor. I held my poise. And then I noticed for the rest of the evening I didn't put Radio 3 on. My ears, attuned to the silence of the birds and the baying sheep, seemed not to crave the evening concert. I pulled out Total Freedom, the book I'd bought while at the centre, and continued reading it as if continuing what began at the centre. This morning I awoke, and again the impulse to turn on Radio 3 wasn't there. My attention was on the bird song outside. I turned again to the book, and as if I was at the centre, I read. I paused, I contemplated, I fell asleep. I wondered would I remain in this poise all day. But as I did, I was reminded all that is required of me is this present moment. The rhythm of eating seems to have also remained with me. No snacking in between meals. When I first viewed photos of the centre 11 years ago, I'd been struck by its interior. This is not something I would normally pay too much attention to. I was to learn that the design had come in a dream. Within it, the centre, there is a quiet room. It's advised not to enter until you bring quiet into the room. I had not expected quiet and silence to feature as they did in Krishnamurti's writings. As someone who consciously practiced silence for a time, it felt he converged on a universal theme. I'm just going to read that again. I had not expected quiet and silence to feature as they did in Krishnamurti's writings as someone who has consciously practiced silence for a time, it felt he converged on a universal theme. And just to bring it to an end, I'll give you a quote from the book Total Freedom, page 82. When the mind is still, tranquil, not seeking any answer or any solution, neither resisting nor avoiding, it is only then that there can be regeneration, because then the mind is capable of perceiving what is true, and it is truth that liberates, not your efforts to be free. Have a good weekend.